this is a stunning choice. I imagine there's a lot of cheering at Mar-A-Lago at the moment. Look, Tim Walz, he's no one to scoff at. He unseated a 6-term Republican in Congress. He won a conservative district. He began as a moderate. And then he had a radical transformation as soon as he got a trifecta in Minnesota. I think it is fair to call him a progressive in sheep's clothing. When you look at his record over the last few years, what you see are transgender surgeries for minors, carbon electrical grid by 2040, driver's licenses for illegal immigrants. In function, his abortion policy allows abortion until birth. These are policies that are far to the left of America. And as John McCormick at the Wall Street Journal pointed out, Kamala Harris has to do the exact opposite of what Tim Walz did. Tim Walz became more progressive. Kamala Harris is trying to become more moderate. But Republicans are going to say, you've shed all your progressive policies, but yet you chose a progressive instead of the guy who outperformed Donald Trump and Joe Biden in Pennsylvania, and that man's name is Josh Shapiro.
And that could potentially bring support from Jewish voters, something the Harris campaign needs sorely, no matter who's on the ticket with her.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Jewish voters overwhelmingly go for Democrats. There's no sign that this election is going to be anything different. So what a weird narrative to pretend that Donald Trump is winning in a demographic that he definitely isn't. But we're going to turn to other topics from what Kayleigh McEnany just said there. So many of you are probably wondering, what's a carbon electrical grid? Well, carbon electrical grid is a way that you signal to your viewers that you don't actually know about or care about this topic. You're just throwing words out that you don't really understand. She's referencing the fact that by 2040, the state is going to have a carbon-free electrical grid, which is great for the state, for the country, and for our world. They want you to think that it's scary. They won't say why. They just want you to think that. And then there was a whole lot of lies besides. So they started off with transgender surgeries for kids. What is she referencing? God only knows, other than the fact that she and every other person on that network cannot go 5 minutes without thinking about the transgender community. Literally all day, every day, they're thinking about members of a community that they don't know or care about or care to learn about, but they really want you to be scared about these people. And then abortion up until the moment of birth, just more wild lies. See, what all of this is a representation of is she is trying to make the case that he's a radical. That's what they want to do. They desperately want to pitch Harris and Walz as radicals. The issue for them is that's difficult to do because they're not, and he certainly is not. His actual signature accomplishments are super common sense, super reasonable, and most importantly, and devastating for the people who are supposedly clapping in Mar-A-Lago, super popular. People like paid family leave. They like having control over their bodies. They like having the ability to bargain collectively. They like all of these things. They like common sense gun control. Okay, so she's on Fox News, super friendly audience, and they're gonna eat it up. But that doesn't matter. They're all voting for Trump anyway. Actually being able to win over independents and convince them that this guy that has just had hit after hit after hit that they're gonna love when they hear about, that is a far harder job. And I don't think that she has it in her to actually convince them that it's a bad thing. Okay, we have a lot more that we could get into when it comes to his record and all that, and we'll certainly have more responses as the week rolls on. But that is our first intro to Tim Walz, what different people think. I think that Trump is freaking out about him, not because he's happy and he's cheering, but because he knows he's gonna be an effective surrogate on the campaign trail, on the news, and also on the debate stage with weirdo JD Vance. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.